Holly Grace, a young girl, holds a tough story. During her first 4 years, she was a selective mute, only communicating with a select few and using sign language, even though she wore hearing aids. Holly Grace never took part in assemblies, church services, Christmas carols, or any form of activity as she was too scared to join in. This went on for many years. In primary school, she experienced severe bullying, which led her on a continuous move throughout schools. Now you might be wondering, what caused this girl to be so terrified of the world? Holly Grace was born with a cleft lip and cleft palate. A cleft lip or cleft palate are two birth conditions that can occur separately or together. The condition will either cause a slit on one side of the lip or both sides. If both, may be of the same or different severity. In more detail, a cleft lip can range from a small single notch at the top of the upper lip to a double slit extending all the way up to the nose and involving the gums and teeth. A cleft palate may be as mild as a small opening in the roof at the back of the mouth, near the uvula, or it may extend all the way to the front of the mouth. Cleft is caused when facial structures being developed in an unborn baby don't close completely. The condition mostly occurs as an isolated birth defect, but is also associated with many inherited genetic conditions and syndromes. Although you might not think this condition is as big a deal as others, every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, meaning a baby is born with an incomplete smile and is entering a life filled with bullies. Cleft is also among the most common birth defects, occurring in 1 of every 600 births. Joaquin Phoenix, an Oscar-winning actor who played the Joker in the recent 2019 film, has a cleft lip. Peyton Manning, one of the greatest football quarterbacks who played for the Colts and Broncos, has a cleft palate. Manning struggled with feeding and bullying and had to endure several surgeries and visits to the dentist throughout his childhood. Yet, no one in the audience knew this about him until today. Luckily, these celebrities had the money to pay for surgeries growing up. But many kids in Africa, Brazil, and India don't have the financial support to fulfill these operations. And there is a great danger that comes with this. If a cleft lip or cleft palate is left untreated, a child can face severe effects. This includes problems with feeding, throat development, ear infections that can lead to permanent hearing loss, and most importantly, speech development, which can create difficulty with breathing and cause the patient to sound nasally. Which is why it is important to correct cleft early in a child's life, around 6 to 18 months of age. And it is extremely important for women to be educated on what they can do to prevent their future baby from obtaining a cleft. Not only does this condition create physical problems, but it creates mental problems as well. With cleft, your entire day-to-day basis is changed. People stare at you at school. You're prevented from doing a countless number of jobs. And overall, you can't just drop the tension from your shoulders because you could stop breathing at any second. Parents, how would you feel if this was your child? Fear. And although cleft only has a 3.6% rate of death is still there. Therefore, parents of those who have cleft have this fear 10 times worse. And this is why they need our help to provide their children with happiness. So cleft is worth acting upon because you could give a patient their smile. You could take away the evil that is holding many kids back, and you could take the weight away from thousands of parents' shoulders. By providing financial support, we can give patients with Cleft a life-changing surgery that is simple and quick, allowing doctors to almost guarantee survival with a 0.01% mortality rate. The nonprofit organization and charity Smile Train will give you this chance. Smile Train gives patients with cleft lip and cleft palate the experience to have a safe reconstructive surgery. This surgery is performed by local medical expertise that Smile Train also supports to provide the necessary equipment and training the doctors need in order to complete the surgery. How can you help? There are many ways. This applies to everyone, whether you live near the Smile Train headquarters in New York or across the world. To help those in need, you can send cards, donate money, and volunteer in fun events and informational meetings that take place in person and online. However, these actions need to take place now. July marks Cleft Awareness Month, but this upcoming month will be unlike any other. Through my experience with Smile Train, I've noticed that the children we support are facing unimaginable challenges due to the pandemic. Hospitals all over the world are still postponing surgeries. This has resulted in over 49,000 children waiting for their cleft surgeries. Research has shown that 90% of these children will die before the age of 19 without treatment. With treatment, 98% of these children will live. So your support is nothing short of life-saving. Along with your help, not only will lives be saved, but stories will be made. As I mentioned before, Holly Grace is a young teenage girl who holds a tough story. But she also holds a beautiful one. After surgery, she found her voice and recently took part in one of her previous years, a Christmas concert. She also found a passion for running and was chosen to represent her primary school on several occasions, recently placing second in a cross-country race. Her parents had even said that after the help of Smile Train, she almost instantly began to grow, blossom, and flourish. My personal experience with Smile Train has been amazing, and yours will be too. You can donate $50 today, and I guarantee you it will transform a life. With the help you provide, tears of joy will be cried, lives and communities will be changed, and more heartwarming smiles as Holly Grace will be made.